The FCA Business Plan 2019-20, Areas of Relevance to Financial Advisors in less than 3 minutes. The business plans are always split between cross-sector priorities, areas covering all of the markets which the FCA regulates, and then the sector-specific priorities which are unique to some of the individual markets. In terms of their cross-sector priorities, the following feature on the FCA's radar for the coming year. EU withdrawal and international engagement. So this is going to be a big focus for the FCA this year. It's currently causing a lot of difficulties due to the ongoing uncertainty at this point in time. In terms of firms' culture and governance, it's always been a mainstay of the FCA's business plans. It's an area that they're looking into further this year in terms of purpose of firms and how that underpins the culture within an organisation. Operational resilience has also been quite a key feature of the FCA recently, in particular with regards to cybersecurity and to third-party outsourcing. Financial crime and anti-money laundering also features, with the FCA stating that coordination is key here between various government agencies, as well as looking to utilise technology to help combat the issues. The FCA will also look at the fair treatment of existing customers and will be focusing particularly on long-standing customers and pricing practices more widely. Innovation, data and data ethics will also be looked at, making sure that innovation, technology and data use are working in the interests of consumers. Demographic change will be considered by the regulator. They'll look at trying to understand intergenerational differences and ensuring that regulation adapts to meet the genuine needs of consumers. And finally, on cross-sector priorities, the FCA will be looking at the future of regulation. They will consider how firms interact with regulations and consider if there are any changes that can be made. In particular, if stated, they will look into the costs borne by smaller authorised firms. Moving on to sector-specific priorities, starting with retail lending, the key priorities for the FCA here will be working with industry on remedies proposed in the mortgage market study, also making it easier for consumers to make more informed choices, providing them with more information around products and intermediary services. In the general insurance and protection sector, key priorities for the FCA will be fairness in pricing and product value, particularly for existing customers. Pricing practices in general insurance will be looked at, addressing poor governance and oversight in the distribution chain, tackling poor access and exclusion in insurance. For retail investments, the key priorities will be continuing supervisory work on defined benefit pension transfer advice and advice on high-risk investments, as well as working on improving the FCA's ability to prevent or to reduce harm from pension scams. Specifically around pensions and retirement income, the FCA will be implementing remedies from the Retirement Outcomes Review and the review into the consumer pension journey. They'll also be aiming to make consumer understanding of pensions better and to make them more confident about making decisions concerning their pensions. Additionally, they'll be looking at whether the non-workplace pensions market is working in consumers' interests. And finally, in sector-specific priorities that we're looking at today is investment management. The operational resilience work that the FCA is going to be looking at is going to be key for this particular sector, so that will be of importance here. The FCA will continue to address poor product value in this sector also. For more information on the FCA's business plan for 2019-20, please visit Bankhall online.